Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Diablo 3 Build Factory. My name is Phobos, and I've been on a hiatus for 2 weeks. I've been on vacation, and I was really busy with my college stuff, and yeah, there wasn't much content on my channel whatsoever, but I hope you don't mind, and I'm back with an episode concerning the legendary item improvements with patch 1.0.4. And I decided to let you know what my thoughts on these changes are and what Blizzard should improve and what Blizzard should do with these improvements. So without further ado, let's get us started. Okay, as most of you will know, Blizzard decided to redesign the Legendary and Set-Item setup a while back, and the thing behind this is that legendary items are so much worse than rare items most of the time. There isn't really a reason to begin with to use a legendary item because the stats were so much lower and the attributes as well, and why should you use a legendary item over a rare item which is twice or 3 times better than the legendary item? So it's pretty much broken and there wasn't really a desire to get these items really. So Blizzard decided they want them to make them feel special, make them stand out at least, and they should feel unique, as you can see on the page right here. They stated that they were not as good as rare items, and that it is okay that these items should feel powerful, and that's something they should have known to begin with, in my opinion, because of course they are legendaries, they should feel powerful. Why do you come up with this right now? It is kind of ridiculous, but I'm fairly glad that they at least improve it now. And what that means is they will increase and improve stats, add some neat special effects on weapons, and give them some special attributes. And if you've seen the video about the improvements on their own Diablo channel on YouTube, you can see how these improvements will look like. And in my opinion, that's a lesson learned. But the question now is it too late, or are these changes really needed? And what I mean by this is a lot of people already left Diablo 3, and most probably they left Diablo 3 for good because they were disappointed and, well, maybe it wasn't just what they expected of Diablo 3. And to be quite frank, Diablo 3 wasn't really what most of people expected, me included. And the thing is, of course, you have to cater to all the different audiences, the fanboys, the supporters, the newcomers, but unfortunately also to the haters. And there are so much and so many haters in Diablo 3 right now that it is kind of difficult to view the feedback which is really necessary for the game to improve. And that's something that the fan base or the Diablo 3 community should really work on, but that's off topic now. Concerning the item changes, my thought process is, how gimmicky are these items? And what I mean by gimmicky is, do I gain any benefits over a rare item, for example? I mean, otherwise what's the point? And do they complement my playstyle and my build? And concerning that last question, Blizzard decided to go with improved stats for certain builds, and that's something I find really awesome, because there hasn't been that stuff really on any items yet. You had some improved Hungering Arrow stuff and improved Bowler Shot damage stuff on quivers, for instance, but it wasn't really that common for items to go with a special build and to support a special build, and that adds a lot of diversity with certain items, and Blizzard should go this route even further and to support it even more, maybe even on rare items. And I think that's the right direction for Blizzard, but we have to wait and see how it plays out, if it is really any beneficial to the playstyle or if the DPS numbers are on par. Because of course you can't be as strong as a glass cannon build, for instance, but you should be as strong as somehow possible. If it is just gimmicky and you don't really gain that many benefits with this build or with this item, there's no really a reason to equip this or hunt for that item to begin with. In the end, it really comes down to these questions. Do I need these items to beat Inferno, or at least do they benefit me on Inferno? Because if they do, great, item hunt shall begin, have fun. But if they don't, what's the point? There's no desire to obtain them. If the rare items are still so much better than legendary items, there's no point to obtain them if the special attributes are just gimmicky, and if they don't help you on Inferno, for instance. So if I was in Blizzard's shoes, I would overtune legendary items and set items just a little bit and nerf them later if necessary. And the reason is, I think Blizzard should hype these items as much as possible. They should hype the shit out of these items. It is really important that the player base and the newcomers understand that these items are worth hunting for. It is really nice to obtain them, and it is really awesome that these items are viable for Inferno and viable with these playstyles or with these builds, because otherwise what's the point? There is none. And Blizzard needs to cater to this playstyle, and a lot of people don't care at this point because they left Diablo 3 because they are disappointed, but Blizzard needs to cater to the remaining player base and make legendaries as awesome as they were in Diablo 1 and 2. That would be really, really awesome. And item hunt was always part of the journey and part of the fun with Diablo, and in my opinion, if Blizzard decides to go that road again, they can't go wrong. Of course, legendaries shouldn't be overpowered, but they should have their place. And I wonder how all of this will play out or turn out for PvP, because PvP is still not implemented, and if these items are becoming something like the go-to or must-have items for PvP, that would be kind of shitty in my opinion. And sure, there's no ambition of Blizzard to gain a esports standard of balance, but in order to promote a good PvP culture, they should and they must, in my opinion, avoid go-to or must-have items. Especially since Diablo 3 is so item heavy, it is really ridiculous if somebody with items and with certain gear specs can basically wipe the floor with everyone in PvP. But all of this remains to be seen, and I hope Blizzard sticks around to tune all of these items and all of these builds specifically for PvP when the time comes. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to press that like button. And if you really enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe and stick around. It's really much appreciated. Thank you for the support. And if you have any ideas or feedback or comments on this episode, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. But until then, I wish you a really nice day, have a good one, and goodbye.